Things that truly make you rich. Money, moolah, rich. Rich is more than money. Abundant. Rich is a state of being. It's a state of mind. And I think that we can forget sometimes what's going to truly make you rich, because I don't have to tell you that people could have a lot of money but not be feeling so great inside. So today I want to share with you things that I discovered really make me feel good from the inside out, but not just good. They make me feel rich. This is the true wealth on earth. Inner riches that no one can take from you and that are extremely valuable. So when you think of the word rich, what do you think of? Right? You might think of gold, resources, money, maybe credit, maybe property, land, things of a value. Okay, so besides money, what's going to truly make you rich? Let's talk about it. The first thing that's going to really make you rich is good health. Health, okay? Health is wealth. This looks like your mental health. So one thing that I do to protect my mental health, you guys, is I make sure that I choose the things that go into my mind. You want to protect your peace of mind. First, you have to gain inner peace, and then you got to protect it. So how do you protect your mental health? Don't just let anything infiltrate your mind. Okay, because in the world of social media, everything wants your attention, but not everything is healthy for you. What's something that makes somebody rich? Protecting your mental health, a good state of mind, healthy. You are living within yourself, so you need to protect the gates to your mind, okay? Because you can look at this through a spiritual perspective. What you plant into your mind, it grows. So that's why tell yourself beautiful things, and also make sure you don't allow certain images into your energy, into your beautiful mind, which is like a garden. It's going to grow. So what are you feeding your mind? How to have good mental health, protect what enters your mind, and also you should plant the seeds of abundance, of richness, of wealth, of peace, prosperity, love, beauty, health, okay? So that's what makes somebody rich, is having a good mental health, knowing how to regulate your emotions, knowing what your emotions even are, your emotional health, which I'll link my video down below, 8 tips to take care of your emotional health. Okay, because we all have emotions, and unfortunately, society can be toxic a lot of times, and they tell you and shame you, even yell at you to not feel your emotions, to not express yourself, which quite literally creates depression. Okay, so I was on Instagram and I saw this guy, this young guy, and I think that I've seen him a lot in social media right now. I think he blew up pretty fast and he is riding his wave, so no hate on him, but at the same time, he's screaming into the camera to girls. He's telling them not to talk about their ex and just to get over it, but he's quite literally screaming. So I don't think he realizes how toxic that is, how unhealthy that is, and how he is creating more problems. Okay, so so rich is not just your AdSense, okay? It's not how many followers you gain. Rich is your mental health, your emotional health. You're allowed to feel. You're allowed to express yourself. You're allowed to cry, process your emotions so that they don't build up, you guys, okay? So, all right. Also, your physical health, right? So that's what really makes somebody rich. Are you healthy? And I tell my daughter all the time, because her dad is like built pretty skinny, and so she has these beautiful genes that she's just naturally slim. And my dad's the same way. No matter what he eats, like, they actually want to gain weight. I'm like, nice, right? Like, so it's not how you physically look, but your physical health is also like what you're eating, how much you're moving your body, and also connecting with nature. So nature will heal you. We're made of nature, and that's why God gave us everything we need. I've been making flaxseed gel. I'll use coconut oil, lemon, ginger, garlic. These things we have everything we need. We're living on an abundant earth. By just being on earth, you're naturally rich. We're so rich. Okay, so, and if you want to attract more money to yourself, you want to start feeling these rich vibrations. And a major key to this is good health. Okay, so health in every way, holistic health as well. Okay, so things that truly make you rich, beautiful connections in your life, soul resonance. This is going to make you feel so rich, because if you're ever having a bad day, if you have somebody that can lift your spirits, somebody who understands you, who's there for you, your real friends, people you really feel a connection with, where you don't even have to speak, you just kind of understand each other. Maybe you're on a similar journey, or you've been through similar things, you have similar perspectives. They make space for you, they care about you. And so none of us are an island. We need community. We need connections in real life. And the friendships that you have in your life, even if they're virtual, even if they're online, find your community, find your soul tribe, find a place where you don't have to stretch yourself to be different. You don't have to force it. You don't have to perform. You don't have to be what other people want you to be. You can just be yourself. and that's enough, because there's people who are just like you. So when you find beautiful connections with others, this is what makes you rich. Now life feels really good because you have someone to relate to, you have someone to grow with, you have someone just to be with in life and go through the journey of life together. This is beautiful. This is what makes you rich. They enrich your spirit. They enrich your spirit. See, where I am in my life now, I couldn't have possibly gotten to this place without the souls that entered my life. Okay, so, and God did this on purpose. So take notice of the people in your life. If they're not enriching your soul, if you don't feel a deep connection to them, then you're missing out on the beauty of life. Okay, so find them because they're out there for you. What are some things that truly make you rich? Your inner peace. Okay, you can have so much money in this world, but that's not what's going to make you rich. Your inner world will make you rich. Do you feel at peace within yourself? Something that has helped me, creating a safe home environment. My home is very peaceful, and I'm proud of that. I don't just let anyone through those doors. Like, I sage my house. I make, like, the foods in my house. Everything's with intention. Like, I'm living an intentional life. And if something feels chaotic, if it's bad vibrations, if it's negative energy, I usher it out of my house, because a safe home creates inner peace. Okay, so look at your environment. A clean space, right? That'll make you rich. Clean up and take pride in your home. A clean space. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And it takes effort, it takes work, whether you hire somebody to clean up, or you're doing it yourself. Take pride in your environment and in your home, because where aesthetics matter, they matter, because we're visual creatures too. So what you're seeing, it should be pleasing to your eyes. Your senses, right? Your home should smell good, it should feel good, it should look good. And we're all different. Like, do it the way you want to do it, but you should be in a clean space. This is what's going to make you rich, because you could be in any type of home. I love to see those what are those things called? Like the little van life, like, and the way people do it, how creative people can get, even if you're in a small space, if it's clean, and if it's your style, bring in some fresh flowers, things like that. Make it your own. This is going to help you to feel peaceful. You want to wake up and love the space you're in. So work on that, because it matters. Things that make you rich, the relationships in your life we talked about, but how to find your inner peace and how to preserve it. Make sure that your relationships are not full of drama and chaos. So it sounds so simple, but I'm going to say it again. Make sure your relationships are not full of drama and chaos. So we have to detox ourselves, our mind, our body, everything. Start fresh, start brand new. cultivate the peace within you and eliminate anything that disrupts it, disturbs it, especially if it's a constant thing. So that means you have to let things go, people go, because not everybody has been doing their inner work, okay? And some people they're drawn to chaos and drama. They're enticed by it. It excites them. They're used to it. And the state of the world is chaotic. So that means once you do the work it takes to not resonate with that, to vibrate higher, okay, now you're in a peaceful state. You got to protect it and release relationships that constantly trigger you, or they want to fight, they love drama, and this is like the majority of the world. They think it's normal, they think it's cute, they think it's exciting, they think it's just part of life. And not to say life will be perfect, but your inner peace matters. And how can you have a peaceful relationship with somebody who doesn't feel inner peace within themselves? Like, you're just not vibrating on the same level. So they have to find it within them. You have to find it within you to cultivate a healthy relationship, right? Healthy relationship doesn't just fall out of the air or it's not because you love somebody. You can love them all you want, but are they toxic? Are they hazardous to your health? Because I've separated from family members that I will love to the day that I die, but why would I be around them when they're causing drama, when they're spiteful, or they're mad, they're angry, they're resentful, or they're sneaky? Maybe they're trying to stir the pot. They're trying to start and create drama that's hazardous to my health. What's going to make you rich? Inner peace. What's going to make you rich? Your mental health, your emotional health. Feeling safe in your body, safe in your home. This makes you rich. You guys, I saw this really crazy story last night. Gemini season. I saw this crazy story last night of this couple. I don't want to go too deep into it because it was just really low vibrational, but it's just a really traumatic incident happened where a couple who was going through a lot of drama was online, apparently on Facebook live, and they got into it, and their lives ended. The man ended their lives, so he unalived them, and it's just crazy and traumatic. And this is the world we're living in. I'm sure they had a big following. They had plenty of money, maybe status, but that is not what's going to truly make you rich. This is what I'm telling you. Our inner world makes you rich. Your health, your choosing peace. There are leaders of our time right now that might seem conscious. They might seem woke, but they're for division. They're for black power, this and that. That's still not peace. So if you really want to be rich, it's not about owning the banks. If you really want to be rich, choose peace and realize that you're already rich because you are the money. Here's the last thing that's going to make you rich in this world. Truly rich. Okay. This idea came to me, this entire video idea came to me because I realized that why should I be chasing so-called riches or status in society? I'm already rich. What is something that makes you rich? Freedom. Okay, so I don't mean about being an American. Okay, America. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about time freedom, for example. Just freedom in your choices. Are you happy with the choices you make? Are you freely choosing your life, or do you feel confined, constrained, forced? Are you going against your will? Are you going against your own soul? Because you have so much agency in your life when you decide you do. Empower yourself. Okay, so freedom makes you rich. Freedom. Stop living according to society's expectations and create your own. When you have freedom, now you're truly rich. And that's why the celebs in the Matrix, they're not really rich. Okay. I like that song by Ariana Grande, Monopoly. Like, she's going off, right? She's talking about this and that, whatever, right? But then at one point in time, she says something like, I gave up 90% for the win, something along those lines. I read between the lines, okay? I know what that means, just like Tyler Perry's being sued right now for $250 million, just like Diddy's in court. So you guys are looking, not even you guys, but whoever, don't be fooled by these people. Sabrina Carpenter is the hottest pop star right now, but she's on all fours, biting some guy, being like, she looks cheap in this picture. She might call it art. You know, who cares? Don't look up to the Kardashians. They're full of plastic surgery. They're famous from the sex industry. What makes you free? Who are they working for? Why are these people in our face? Right? Like this, who are they doing it for? Who is Ariana giving up the 90% for the win, right? So they are not free. They might have a lot of money, but they're not free. Okay? They're there doing their job, which is to give you a certain image, perception, so don't eat it up. That's not nourishing. That's poison to your soul, to your spirit, to your mind, to your health. And they're not really rich. What's rich is freedom, is you deciding what success is in your life, you deciding how you want to live and what's important to you and how you spend your time, having real agency over your life. Something as simple as not falling into a TikTok trap, because it's quite literally addictive. Even reels, okay? Scrolling, getting all these dopamine hits, getting entranced. It's like spell work. So you have to literally become strong mentally and get it back into your real life. That's an example of freedom, not letting social media take you over, or the internet, or AI, or trying to compete with others, obsessed with celebrities, or anything else. Maybe what your parents want for your life, or what your friends are doing, competing with other people, comparing yourself to other people. All those things keep you tied and bound, the opposite of free. So if you want to truly be rich, then exercise your freedom, but do it in a healthy way so that it truly enriches your life. I hope this video helped you in some way. I'm sending you so much love, power, healing on your journey. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, I opened up coaching. Send me an email. I'm helping people with their self-love, with their healing journey, boosting their confidence, and creating healthy relationships in their life. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.